about the challenge of playing a Furman team that's obviously going to be sort of chomping at the bit to come in here and play you guys?
Yeah, we're very excited about it. I mean, this is a great game for us in this program. We used to play them every year, is what I was told. And, they're a great team in their conference, and they always seem to be a powerhouse in the Southern Conference or whatever the SoCon is. So we're excited about the opportunity.
Is it, obviously Florida State's been announced, 8 o'clock kick, national TV, is it a challenge not to look ahead to that?
Not at all. I mean, I think if you look last year, the two games that came down to the wire the most were the Troy and the Wofford game, especially the Wofford game. We only won by a touchdown, so you can't overlook anybody. This is another Division I AA opponent, just as Wofford was.
Steve, was that Wofford game a case of looking ahead to Auburn and Florida State that came after it?
No, I mean, I don't think anybody ever truly looks ahead as people make it out to be, but for whatever reason, they had our number. And, I swear up and down, that's one of the best teams we played all year as far as, knowing what to do and doing their job and being well coached.
Is it hard to prepare with the same intensity during these weeks as opposed to weeks when you're playing conference opponents, Florida State's?
Not really. I mean, we're only guaranteed 12 games a year, and we work year-round for those 12 games. So anytime we have an opportunity to go out and step on the field, it's very important to us.
It may not be hard for you, but what about some of the younger guys that you maybe have to coach up to train as hard as you do? You get it, and this is your final year here, so you understand the significance of every game.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that's part of the leadership on the team is to really stress the importance of these younger guys. That it doesn't matter who we're playing. Coach Winnie states it all the time that it's a nameless, faceless opponent. And for us, it doesn't matter who we're playing. If it's Furman or Florida State, we should go out there and play Clemson football.
After playing all but 11 snaps last year, I think it was, and every snap in the opener, what was it like to watch for the better part of a half last week?
Well, I enjoyed it. I mean, obviously, I would have loved to have been out there playing and competing. That's what I came here to do. But, for us to be in that situation, to be able to give a lot of our youth some experience, it was really good to see because they're all one play away from playing, and having to step into a starting role. So for them to get that experience, it was big for our team.
Watkins making his return. How excited is the team? Do you sense a difference in practice this week, knowing one of your better players from a talent standpoint is coming back into the lineup?
Well, he brings a home run threat every time he steps on the field. We're very excited about having him back. He's one of the best players in the country, so anytime you get that, you're going to be excited. But, I think we've proven that we can win without him, and, we have a lot of skill around that can make plays as well. But, adding that back to our arsenal is going to be a lot of fun.
Ryan Norton got his first real game action Saturday. How have you seen him develop this month and during this preseason?
Well, he's been, outstanding. He had an awesome camp. They really tried to limit my reps during camp and, just get him some experience. And we did some rotate with him at guard as well as at center. And he's really kind of developed into one of our better, 5 or 6 offensive linemen. So I think he's going to be really special in the future.
The film overall show you from Saturday's game by working game?
I thought we played probably one of the best games we had played in a half with our first group. There were some mistakes with the second group, but then again, it was the first time they'd ever been on the field. But, it was just a great learning experience for our team as far as being able to get a lot of youth some experience.
Why is the offense clicking like it is from the standpoint, not only scoring a lot of points, but you don't see Taj throwing it behind guys, you don't see too many dumb guys jumping the procedure. It just looks like there's flow. Is that just a year now under the same system? What's the reasoning behind it?
I think the confidence from Taj and understanding the system a lot better is probably the biggest reason for all of that. Last year we were all kind of new to it. We were trying to figure out which way to go on each play and what the pass protections were. And now we're a full year into the system. This is our second year. We've had 2 springs, 2 camps. And everybody's just playing a lot more confident. We understand what he's trying to accomplish.
Is it a simpler system to play than maybe it looks to the observer?
It is. I mean, we do a ton of different stuff. It can be complex, but, football's football. And if you just approach it in that manner, then you'll be fine. But if you try to read too much into it, it can be a little overwhelming.
Has the conditioning changed from last year to this year? Coach Sweeney was just saying how you guys had to work at it even more so to be able to run that fast tempo offense that you guys like to do during the game.
I don't think you can ever condition too much, and we did do a great deal this offseason in trying to prepare, but, Coach Basson always does a great job in getting us ready. And there's no doubt these past 2 weeks we've been the better conditioned team and the freshmen.
Does that give you confidence knowing you can sort of out-hustle other guys and be more fresh at the end of the games and wear opponents down just with your tempo alone?
Yeah, no doubt. That's 90% of why we run a up-tempo, high-speed offense is the fourth quarter. You know, we're going to try to win the fourth quarter because we're going to be fresher than they are. They're going to have a hard time, keeping up with us.
Dalton, I mean, obviously you guys knew what DeAndre could do, but how good is it these 2 weeks for him to get a chance to show out with Sammy on the sidelines?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. I mean, for whatever reason, he's always kind of flown under the radar. But if you go back and look at any film, he's always played really well. Sammy just has that home run threat and that Sports Center top 10 kind of mentality. But, it's been a lot of fun watching him as well as all of our other guys. I mean, I think we had, maybe every receiver on our roster catch a ball last week. I don't know. It was crazy, but it was awesome.
Can you tell whether it even, I mean, does it matter to Nuke that he gets that attention or?
Not at all. I mean, Nuke's the kind of guy that he went up to Coach Sweeney a year or two ago and said, look, if I need to play defense, I'll go play defense, knowing that he was our best receiver, but we were struggling on the defensive side of the ball. So I mean, he's a team player, and he's going to do whatever it takes to win.
Dabo said he thought that Furman was more athletic than Ohio State. What have you seen looking at their film?
Yeah, they're pretty athletic. I mean, they got the ball pretty well and gave Sanford a good run for their money, and then they lost a tough one at Coastal or wherever they played in triple overtime. So they are consistently circling games like this on their schedule. I think they took Florida down to the fourth quarter a couple of years ago, and they've beaten a lot of big time programs. So they're nobody to sleep on, that's for sure.
Anything else for Dalton?
Thanks, Dalton.
Appreciate it.